Hi everyone. This is my first Screencastify video. Forgive me if it's a little slow. I'm using my old laptop, so everything's kind of choppy. So right here is the new program that I'm using. There's three tabs up on the top, and this is the first tab. So this is just kind of where you open up videos or pictures. If you see my computer, desktop, and that's just the picture that I've chosen to use because it's one of my favorites. Over here it has all the information about the photo, so it's really good for people like me. It has information about um, shutter speed and aperture and that kind of thing, so I can always look back and see what I shot on each picture, which is perfect. There's all the information there. If you go up to the top, you go to the next tab, it's the adjust. Super slow. This is my old computer. This is the adjust tab, which I'm still not really sure what I use this for exactly. So I can still drag and drop pictures into this tab, which hopefully if this loads it will be there. There we go. And on the side here it says kind of how I can change things. I'm not really sure, and that'll be part of my learning. But on the other side, it looks like we have a bunch of different filters that we can apply. So this section I really don't know much about, which is perfect for me to learn about, since this is just an introductory video. So yeah, it just looks like some of the things on the side there for filters. Then at the bottom, down here, I have to get to know some of these buttons. It's just kind of saving profile, the stars that make me recognize photos. So this would be a 5-star because it's one of my favorites, and then I can categorize them like that. Now on this super slow computer, if I move over to the edit section, this is where all of my learning will be taking place. It looks super different than the last program I had from Corel Paint Shop Pro X2. It's the last two didn't have the manage and adjust, they just had the edit, and this edit looks a lot different. So here's my image again that I'm choosing to just use for this one. So if I just slowly scroll over, there we go. So if I go over, this pan on the side would be where all the tools are. This first one is just allows me to move, and the next one is a select button. That's the same as the old program too, so I know that. As for zooming, I use a mouse that's plugged into my computer, and I can zoom in by using the middle scroll, which is really helpful. I think the next one is a color picker tool, which that allows you to pick color from different areas of the picture. If this will speed up. Oh, this is cropping. I'm gonna have to look more into cropping. And then I'm not really sure for resizing when it comes to cropping, which is something I did a little bit of in my old one. This looks like, oh, these are the airbrushing tools. So this is something what I was really excited to look into when it comes to editing, and that's going to be a couple of my photos that I'll be comparing, is using those different tools to do different things, as well as this one, the cloning and the background remover and that kind of thing. I've seen those tools on the old one, but they're a lot different on this one, it looks like, and there's more options. At the top here, it looks like that's where I would change the settings of everything, and then this one on the side is where I change the different filler buttons. These on the side here are their last ones. They're kind of like the text and the bubbles, which I'm not really sure what I would use for, which I want to look more into. So I'm not sure for my purposes what I would use these last ones for. If I move up to the top, those are the basic setting or saving, opening kind of thing. The palettes and the enhancer, those two are both exactly the same. So I'm used to that. Now up at the top, this is just the same old file menu, pretty basic, just like the old one. Saving as. this one right here, I'm really interested to look into that one to see what that would mean. The view, pretty basic. Two, these all look about the same as the last one. Now these two, adjusting and editing ones, are the ones that I'm really gonna have to look into, because there's a lot of options that I don't know what any of these means, and that's where a lot of my learning will take place. Things like sharpening, softness, that kind of stuff. There's so many things I can do and I don't know what they mean. So that's where the base of my learning will come from. Layers, I'm also really interested in looking into layers too, merging pictures together, that kind of thing. These last couple are pretty basic. Oh, here though, the video tutorials and the user guide, that's the one I downloaded. But the learning videos and the learning center will be where I'll kind of be learning from. There was a learning center on my old one, we speed it up here, but I never really took the chance to figure it out. So yeah, it just looks like the old one, where if you click on a thing, it'll just give you instructions, which I think I'm actually going to leave it here. You can do a lot of different toolbars and add-ons, and I think this one I will leave for the remainder of my learning, because this looks really helpful. Perfect, yeah, it tells you exactly how. Awesome. So I think I'm about done with this. So if I'm going to save changes, no. Perfect. So this is where all of my learning will be taking place, is on this program. I know I have a lot to learn, and I think my learning will be endless. This video is just a tutorial of the beginning of my learning, and I can't wait to show you more.